I hold your city captive and Ryan's girlfriend hostage. With my gangs of students and evil bosses, nobody can stop me now. Meet my demands, or else! P.S. Alex and Ryan, if you interfere, you'll be in for the fight of your lives! Slick. What? Lee here, and today on Still Gaming, we're taking a look back at a legendary game on the NES that completely flew under the radar. Some consider this to be the greatest beat 'em up of all time, and I'm one of them. This is River City Ransom. It was a beat 'em up, but with RPG elements. See, Alex goes around kicking the crap out of enemies and picking up pocket change along the way. Alex then uses that money to buy power-ups or recovery items to make him a bigger, badder street thug. Now, over time, Alex can get a huge variety of moves, but even then, his basic moveset is awesome to look at. But when you throw in the likes of Dragon Feet, Acro Circus, and Javelin Man, you've got a total package of badassery. Is that even a word? Who cares? As far as graphics go, this game looks pretty damn cool for its time. There's detailed backgrounds. See, look right there. It looks all pretty. The sprite animations are pretty nice, too. Alex? He is a man's man. He eats his food in one bite. Plate and all. He eats his drinks. And guess what? In the story, Ryan's girlfriend Cindy is kidnapped. But he gets shuffled to being the second player. It's Ryan's girlfriend to rescue, and he isn't even the first player. Alex is just that badass. Now, some of you are probably asking, if this game is so awesome, how come I've never really even heard of it? Because this is true. A lot of people have never even played this game. It's time to get educational on your ass. River City Ransom had the unfortunate luck of being released around the same time as Double Dragon 2 in the United States. Now, both games had different publishers, but they were both designed by the same company, the Technos Japan Corporation. Everyone swarmed to get Double Dragon 2, and River City Ransom was just forgotten. It's got a cult classic status now, but could have been a big seller if only the timing could have been better, because it was ahead of its time. Another reason that I feel that good old RCR failed in the market was because, well, the game is unique and original. And I don't know about back in the old days, but these days, saying those two words when you're trying to pitch a game is a big mistake because nobody wants to buy it, nobody wants to sell it. Well, hell, back then people rushed to get Double Dragon 2 because it was a sequel to a very good game, even though 2 ended up being completely inferior. Some will disagree, but that's just how I feel. River City Ransom has plenty more moves to perform, and it's also incredibly funny. If their ridiculous facial expressions don't get you, just read what they say when you beat up a bad guy. Even on the first screen, I was already busting out laughing the first time I played this game. Barf! Mama! Now, this game isn't perfect. There are a few minor flaws that detract from the overall game experience, and I'm going to cover a few of those. Here's a weird issue. If you jump up on a wall or ledge higher than the enemy, this results in them being kind of frozen there, just not knowing what to do. It's a cheap tactic to use if you're running low on health, and I don't know why they didn't program the enemies to jump up and go after you. I mean, they programmed them to jump down to chase you, but couldn't do the reverse. It just doesn't make any sense. I can just imagine Alex saying, "It's over, generic dudes! I have the high ground!" Control in this game can be stiff at times, and these jumps in small areas, they're just nuts! I'm sure there's a trick to getting around this easily, but that isn't the point. This is just a design flaw. Ah! Whatever. 2-player mode is laggy. I don't know, maybe it's just my cartridge, but everything just got really slow, and even though it's a really fun experience, it really did kind of hurt that it was just so damn slow. It's like they couldn't handle having 4 or more characters on the screen at once. Okay, enough of the bad crap. Let's get back to the good stuff. The music in this game is beyond memorable. They're upbeat, catchy tunes that are stuck in my head forever. You know, River City Ransom would have made for such a great movie. Big Hollywood video game movies are doomed to suck, but I just know that this one would have been spectacular if put in the right hands. If I had the money and the know-how, I would have made one myself. It started out with Randy and Andy kidnapping Cindy in front of Ryan, and then Ryan just getting decked. Their leader, Slick, issues them a ransom note, daring them to battle through his legions of gang members to get Cindy back. And for some reason, Alex and Ryan will fight Captain S and...
Hey, Beach! Hey, you don't need to tell that Beach nothing, man. He just needs to tell us where that other Beach went. What's your name, Holmes? We are Guerreros, man!
What the... Hey, wait a minute! This movie does exist! This object of pure awesomeness is called River City Rumble. Back in 2003, an upstart low-budget group of filmmakers known as X-Strike Studios set out to make movies based off of video games and do them right. I'm not talking about short films. X-Strike makes full feature-length 1 to 2 hour epics that do their damnedest to bring their subject game to life. When the gangs dropped change on the ground, and after someone got thwacked so bad he said, "Barbecue, barbecue," I was hooked on this movie. It's very, very funny, has a ton of well-choreographed fight scenes, and most of the actors put forth strong performances.
Did you just throw brass knuckles at me?
This movie rocks so hard. It was non-stop fun. I picked it up at X-Strike's website, and it was $10 well spent. I want to take just a moment to talk about a remake that was released on the Game Boy Advance in 2003 by Million. It went by the name River City Ransom EX. I won't be covering the game in this episode because I didn't have much time to play it, and for some reason the game just really rubbed me the wrong way. I can't really put my finger on it, but it just didn't seem as enjoyable, and it just seemed kind of slippery, and the control was kind of different. I still can't explain just what didn't feel right about that game. I mean, you can look at the reviews on game rankings, and overall it has a pretty decent score. And some hardcore players of this game really like it, and some don't. Maybe I'll play it a little bit more, and we'll have a future review on it, but for now I just don't have anything really to say about it. Now, I know I'm leaving out a lot of stuff. There are many games in this Kunio-kun series, which is what River City Ransom is from, but I'm completely unfamiliar with most of them. I occasionally play Super Dodgeball, but the rest I never even touched. Maybe someday I'll check them out. In any case, if you have an NES, River City Ransom is a game that absolutely has to be in your library. If you only have a Wii, there's a big chance this is coming on the Virtual Console soon, as this has been released out on Japan's Wii. And if you're already familiar with this game, go buy the movie. You will love it. This is Lee, signing off for Still Gaming. And now I leave you with what we all came here to see, hardcore nudity!